Good morning and welcome to day 3 of the FargoRate sponsored CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open. We began on Wednesday with 64 players, 6 more matches for you today, and by tonight we'll be down to just 4. 2 players hoping to be back tomorrow for those semi-finals are Fedor, Gorst and Mika, Immonen. The game is 10 ball, 2 races to 4, call shot. And calling the shots with me in the booth is the silent assassin, and hopefully he won't be too silent on the microphone today. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Tony Robles. Good morning, Tony.
I'm just joking.
Oh, there he is. I thought he was in player mode. I thought he'd gone to silent assassin mode.
Good morning, Mark. What a matchup this is.
Oh, what a way to start the day. It's like your favourite breakfast cereal, all in one big bowl.
Well, unfortunately, Mika came up dry in the break there.
Playing against the Russian robot.
It'll be interesting to see how the table breaks today from the center as opposed to the side, because players have been switching back and forth the past couple of days.
Yeah, Fedor came down late last night. He'd been watching the Capito-Pachel match, and he always, studies the table and to see how it's breaking. And he was practicing till late last night. He's up for this. He wants to win his 3rd US Pro Billiard Series title. Already won back-to-back Arizona Opens, of course. So let's just tell you quickly what we're playing. If you don't already know, we're playing 2 races to 4. And if we're level after 2 races, then it will go to a shootout. It is 10 ball, and it is call shot. You must call your shot. 3 foul rule. We're on a shot clock also, 30 seconds, and each player will receive 1 extension of 30 seconds per rack if they so wish. We're up to date. Let's enjoy the first rack of
Wondering if
this
he's thinking of playing the combo, or if he's trying to play the 3 in the corner, opposite with the 2 ball, or the side. But he overhit that one. Really overhit that one. You don't see him do that too often either.
He's very much a touch player, isn't he? A feel player. I think he still goes past the 9.
Well, if he hits a 9 ball, he needs to negotiate the cue ball going past the 6, and hit it with enough speed so the 3 will travel towards the corner pocket closest to the 6.
Oh, he played the 9.
Yeah, no, he did it
great.
Exactly. Yeah. How could he hit that one, Mark?
Perfect. Yeah, and he told me last night he's now living in the US. He's living in Missouri on a farm.
Wow.
Farmer Gorst. Enjoying country life.
Ooh,
oh, doesn't want to be straight.
That ball just took a little dip on him there.
Yeah, he's just having a feel of the rail there. Feels he got a little bit of a funny bump off the rail, maybe. Now he's got some work to do here.
So it's a good thing that the 5 is near the pocket, because he could just stop it there, even just roll it forward just a tad bit to make sure he has just enough of an angle on the 5 to make it and go uptown.
It's a bit early to go uptown, isn't it, Tony? Lots of other games going on in the background. There you can see Roberto Gomez. He's up against the young Finn sensation, Riku Rampant Rompinen. He's been this week. Actually sent Albin Ocean to the 1-loss side yesterday.
Yeah.
And Albin now out.
Look at those fundamentals.
Oh.
Did he overhit that?
Oh, no, don't scratch off that. Look, he can't believe how far it's running.
Wow.
Oh. Scratching his head now. He always reminds me of Stan Laurel when he's that's another fine mess you've gotten me into, Stanley.
Ooh, he's lucky he didn't end up going behind the point there.
There he is. That's another fine mess. Oh, I love my work. Oh, lovely little bumperoonie, as you call it.
Let me see the angle he has here. He can either play the 8 ball in the upper left-hand corner pocket. That way he doesn't have to move the cue ball much. I think that's what he's going to do. I mean, you can always go 3 rails, but you don't want to risk running into the 8 if you have to hit it hard.
Yeah,
There's a nice little touch here.
Very likes the simple stuff, doesn't he? Keep it simple.
The same way, yeah. Keep it simple.
The kiss. "22 years old. Seems like he's been around for years already. Well, I guess he has. I think he won his first pro title when he was about, I don't know, 7 or something.
Crazy, right?
I mean, this is just absolute textbook stuff here.
And it's going to be interesting watching him break because he's always broken the balls like a monster. And judging from what you said, with him being here yesterday and studying the matches, see where everyone's breaking from, it'll be interesting to see if he decides to go to the side as opposed to the center, especially since Mika came up trying to break.
Yeah, well, he was saying he'd been watching that people were having success from the middle, breaking from the center. But then when he was down here watching, he changed his mind. He said, "Oh, I'm going to be breaking from the side." So let's see where he does break from. It will be interesting to see. Some other matches going on around the room. Kang Lee is up against Woo Kun Lin. Roberto Gomez, Riku Rompinen. Petri Mäkinen against Jan van Lierop. Dennis Grabe is up against Jeremy Seaman. Eklan Kachi is playing Wojtek Shevchek. And Chia Chen Xia is playing Duong Hock Wan. Fedor Gorst breaking off then.
So he's definitely decided to break from the corner to see if that 1 ball goes in the side or if the corner ball bats it away.
Oh, it just got knocked away, didn't it?
He stopped the cue ball there, but he didn't make anything. And Mika might be able to make the 1 off the 5. I don't know if he can't tell if he has room, can't see from this angle.
No.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, you could just cut it in.
Does it go past the 5? He's having he's having a look.
I mean, if he does, the cue ball's going to go right past the 6, go 2 rails, and go towards the 2. So is he going to hit it all? It's tough to tell.
Wow.
1, 2. There you go.
Beautiful shot. Well,
He's always had such great cue ball control.
Yeah, he's been there, done it. Won everything the game's got to offer, including Player of the Decade, 2010.
World Championship, US Open.
Moscone Cups.
And he's not a one-trick pony either. He's won championships in different games.
Yeah, many different disciplines, hasn't he?
Won the World Straight Pool.
And still hungry.
Uh-oh. Overhit that. Fortunately for him, he's almost dead straight.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a result there. Still hungry, Tony, at 49 years old.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that decade where they announced him as a player of the decade, man, did he play some of the best pool I've ever seen.
And Hall of Famer, of course.
Yeah. Same thing with Darren Appleton. Do you remember when Barry had the US Open and Mika was trying to win it a 3rd consecutive time, become the first player to win it 3 times in a row? And they were playing win by 2. And they went 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13. I think he wound up going to 17. And I think Darren might have won either 17 to 16 or 18 to 17. But they just kept trading racks and making incredible runouts.
He's on another run out here, and if he can, he's going to level the match at 1-1.
I don't see him having any problems here. He can play the 8 in the right-hand side pocket, corner pocket. And even if he overhits it, he still has 3 other pockets that he can play the 8 in.
Ball down to the corner.
Yeah, I prefer the corner. I would never consider shooting this in the side.
Only a madman like me would do that, Tony.
Yeah, but the difference is that you'll make it. You're a hustler.
Come on. Well, both players come out swinging.
But I don't think people have ever given Mika enough credit for the cue ball control that he has. He has fantastic cue ball control.
His style always sort of reminds me of like a Shane Van Bonen type cue action, that very decisive 1, 2, and then back and go. In it goes. We're level in the first set. And we're going to be back with rack number 3 very soon, guys. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Roberts Centre here in the lovely little town of Wilmington. Mika breaks off, makes a ball in the corner. Tony, cast your expert eye across this particular rack and tell us what you see.
Well, he broke from the center again. See which of the 2 ball went there. I think what he needs to do is negotiate either leaving the cue ball between the 5 and the 7 or the 5 and the 4, depending on the angle. Very nice.
Well, this looks kind of okay. 6 is a little bit awkward maybe, do you think, Tony?
I think he could just tap it here and take the slightly tougher cut on the 4 in the right-hand corner pocket. Just spin it just enough to get close to the 8, but not too close where you end up behind it. He has just the right angle to do that. If he tries to go around, yes, hit it. He can also hit it with inside spin, and go one rail. That's what I say his cue ball control is so great. He might even be able to take the 6 out here and put it in a better position to make it easier to play. If he has the angle to go to the 6, it's tough to tell. It looks like he does, but we're about to find out. If it doesn't, then he'll have to play the 5 in the same pocket. Key here is focus on making that ball. Forget about what the cue ball's doing. Very nice.
He looked at that as well.
That was great.
Yes, exactly what he played, wasn't it? Now a little draw over to the side rail for the 6 into this bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, very, very smart shot. Running into the 7, using it as a stopper.
He's played a bit of snooker and, of course, as you mentioned before, straight pull. And that was a typical example of using the other balls just as a buffer. There's more rails than 6 on the table, isn't there, Tony?
Yeah, that's right.
You can use other balls as little buffers. Oh, this could be a great match because both of these players look as if they're on top form.
Well, Mika's still on the winner's side, as is Fedor. And the thing is, I've noticed in the past 3 or 4 events, Mika's has become more and more consistent, almost to the point like he was when he played his best. Yeah, so I'm not surprised that he's playing this well.
Yeah, he's run deep, hasn't he, in a few of these now. He's getting used to the format. He wasn't a big fan of it to begin with, but we're converting him slowly.
Can't tell if he's straight on that ball. If he is, he's going to draw, probably to the side pocket. Look at the speed, Mark.
He's still got the action, hasn't he? He's still got that lovely action. Look at this. Good lesson here. Get through the ball. In goes the 9. Perfect on the 10. It's going to be 2-1 to the man from Finland, and in it goes. Fedor Gorst up out of his chair to help get the balls out. Referee John Lehman there, experienced Mr. John. I tell you what, he's racked some balls in his life, hasn't he, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's
No, he's been doing it a very long time.
Kurt Murray there, just over the shoulder. He's a very, very keen player. He's actually played in a couple of these. So, guys, if anyone wants to play any of these events, you're all welcome. You can just go to playcsipool.com and you can choose your event and just register and go and sign up and come and play against, well,
and
you
I
could
strongly
end up playing one of these.
That's right, and I also recommend paying your entry fee for these events ahead of time, because there are quite a lot of top players that couldn't get into this one because this one was limited to 64. I paid my entry for all the tournaments at the beginning of the year. That way I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but you've got loads of money because that's what you can do.
Oh, did he make something? Did he make something?
No.
Nope.
Now
I don't think he left the shot, though.
Is there a shot on the 1-2?
He might be able to bank it. If he can get the cube out of the way, don't be surprised if he banks it. Let me see. Hit the one off center. He almost scratched, but let's see. Let's see if the one gets past the 2.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Well,
and, you know, he won the banks in Derby City this year.
Yeah, he certainly did. I was there watching it ringside. He won the all-around, didn't he, at Derby City last year? His highest run at straight pull is 202, and that was in a tournament. And he said, I only play once a year.
He ran 125 and out against me last year. I tried playing him safe. I barely let him see the 5. He made the 5 and ran 125 and out. Yeah. Look at that. Look, and
that's why he's Banks champion. What a great shot. You can't leave them for Fedor. It's a hanger.
It is a hanger for him. Look how good he hit that.
Yeah, and look in case he missed it, look, as well. Perfect pace.
Just in case, right?
Yeah.
Now this is when they hit this too hard. To get the proper angle on the 3 ball to come for the 4 in the side pocket.
There's a lesson here.
I kind of like almost, I don't even mind getting straight on the 4 to draw back for the 5, but I don't think he can do that with this angle. He's going to have to shoot it in the side.
Watch how he stays down on the shot, gets his cue through, and he doesn't move until that ball's in the pocket. Let's have a look at his technique here. Everything dead straight. Look, doesn't move, see, until the ball's in the pocket. No temptation to look where the cue ball's going.
Yeah. Now he's going to hit this with a little bit of inside spin. The question is he going to go in front of the 8 or between the 8 and the 6? It all depends on the angle that he has.
When you say inside, Tony, you're talking right hand spin in this particular.
Yes.
Instance.
And even if it runs to into the 6, he should be fine as long as he hits it. He doesn't hit the bottom. If he hits the bottom, there's always a chance he might go behind it. Oh, look at that! The ball, you know, like slid on him a bit because of the full hit. That's why that shot is so tricky on a new cloth, because it tries to slide. If he would have hit it harder than that, the cue ball would have wound up behind the 8, or on the, he would have had to bank the 5 or play safe.
Can still cut this in though. Shouldn't be a problem. Up and down with a cue ball for the 6 in the side, maybe.
Or in the corner. It all depends. Still has to watch, not make sure that he doesn't hit the 10. He can always go between the 6 and the 10, and on the other side of the 7 to play the 6 in the same pocket. It all depends. Let's see if he even spins it in.
Is he playing safe behind the 9?
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Well, he hasn't got there.
Oh, I think he left him.
He has left
ball,
it.
Yeah.
He's left him a shot here. That's a mistake from Fedor. Can Mika punish him for it?
Yeah, Mika might even play the 6 in the side, or if he decides to hit it with a lot of speed, play the 6 ball in the left or the top right corner pocket. Overcut it a bit. Yeah, he's disappointed that he hit the point. He was trying to leave the cue ball on the top rail just in case he missed.
Yeah, just needs to
This is not an
keep
opportunity
calm.
for Fedor to tie it to a piece. What were you saying, pal?
No, I was just going to say, keep calm. Has got a tendency, Mika, to let it get to him. Don't worry, mate. You'll get another chance. You're leading 2-1.
He's going to play the 6 in the side.
Yeah, this is great. What a beautiful shot. Poetry in motion from the Russian bard.
But he's a little upset at himself. He's that player that he can get perfect on a ball, but if he didn't get dead perfect and he's off by an inch, he gets mad. That's good. That's a good quality to have.
Yeah, Ronnie O'Sullivan's just like that, isn't he?
Now he has to go to the bottom rail. Instead of just rolling it in if he would have been straight on the 6.
Anyone would think he was paying rubles to cover mileage there with the cue ball, the way he was angry at overrunning it by a couple of inches. I really could just enjoy watching this guy.
Yeah, I think he's going to go 3 rails here. He can try to get straight on the 9, but then you have to force the cue ball a bit. So there's nothing wrong with that. But going 3 rails is so much easier because you can use a nice smooth stroke, and since you're hitting the ball thinner, the cue ball's retaining more speed, so it doesn't require you to hit it as hard.
Is he going high right here, Tony, or is he drawing?
Yes, he is.
High right. Doesn't want to draw because there's a danger of the scratch in the side. Is that correct?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, he virtually eliminates any possibility of scratch. He either hits by the 2nd or the 1st diamond on the long rail.
Perfect view there of the stroke of this genius from Moscow, the Moscow machine. He's going to level things up with this 10 ball. We're going to go 2-2 in the first race to 4. You can't separate them yet. And it goes 2-2. And we're going to go, guys, just for a couple of minutes, but we'll be back with frame number 5. Fedor Gorst ready to break off in rack number 5. We're level 2-2, race to 4. Very important day here in Roberts Centre, Wilmington, Ohio. Sticking with breaking from the side. 1 ball wobbling in the jaws of the side. Can't believe he didn't make a ball.
Table's breaking tough today, huh?
Yeah, it was breaking okay, you say, but
just
puzzled
barely
look.
missed that one ball. Look, that's 7 almost spun in.
8 nearly went twice. That tried. He's puzzled.
Is he going to draw between the 9 and the... No, he didn't even have to. He had a perfect angle to do that.
Beautiful.
And he did, well, he kind of overhit it a bit, but I think he's fine here. He can easily stun it 1 rail and go 2 rails to follow. I prefer, again, to hit it with 2 rails with follow because I can hit it with a softer speed and not risk missing the shot.
There you go, high right. Stroking it around.
Perfect speed. Oh yeah, I've always loved his cue ball control. When he's on, he's very difficult to defeat. Just like Fedor. That's why I'm enjoying this match. I was so looking forward to doing this match.
Well, I slept really well, but I woke up very, very excited for this game. I couldn't wait to get here.
Go off 1 rail, try to get straight on the 5 as possible.
Had to turn all the lights on, Tony, this morning myself.
It's not a bad shot right there. Go 1 rail, 2 rails past the 6 ball. He felt more comfortable hitting it with that speed than he did punching it. And that's sometimes when you're under pressure, when you try to punch a ball, you end up poking it and you end up overcutting the ball because of it.
Remember, folks, no pokes, only strokes.
Ooh. Got a little fortunate there that he can make it in the side, because he could have potentially end up with a combination on the 7. But he's good. Very nice. Don't be surprised if he leaves a cue ball by the long rail. So that way he just taps the 8 in the side pocket and gets on the 9. Just has to be careful not to get too straight. That's what he's looking at. Because then he might not have a choice but to try to come around that 10 ball if he has too much cut. Just like that, just enough speed to come off the rail.
This is beautiful.
Then just tap it in the side.
Well, the experienced Finn is not about to relinquish this match. He wants to go all the way. And another Finn who's doing really well, Riku Rompinen, just 14 years old. He's not 15 till the end of November. He's 3-1 up on the hill against Roberto Gomez in the first set.
And this is for Mika to go on the hill.
And another Finn on the hill, Petri Makinen. The Finns are taking over the world, Tony. We're surrounded by Finns. We're in a shark pool.
They definitely showed up this event.
Certainly has. Let's have a quick look around the room, guys, at some latest scores. Woo Kun Lin is 3-0 up on the hill against Kang Lee. Just told you about Riku and Petri. They're both on the hill also. Dennis Graber 2-1 down to local man Jeremy Seaman, just up the road there in Michigan, Battle Creek. Eklund Kachi is 2-1 up also against Wojtek Shevchik. And Xia Chia-Chen and Duong Kwok Hong are 3-3 on the hill. There you see the 6 tables. There's Superman. At the moment, Riku Rompinen has got the kryptonite. Also on the hill, Mika Immonen about to break off.
Let's see how he hits this 1 ball. Hit it to the side. Hit it to the side. That's never a good thing. Just throws off the trajectory of all the balls. Look at that.
Chance
barely missed making the 6 on the side.
Yeah, he can't believe the IV hasn't made a ball.
See, well, look how the 5 goes higher and the 3 goes lower. The two balls that are behind the 1 ball.
Because he
mishit it. Because he mishit it. That's correct. That's why Shane makes him almost every time. No one hits the balls dead square better than Shane does.
apart from this man, maybe when he's on song. Two probably the best breakers in the world at 10 ball, and Tyler Steyer as well in that category. Oh, he's overhit this.
So I'm wondering if he's going to go 2 rails here and play the 3 ball in the left side pocket, corner pocket. He's looking at it. That's what he plans on doing.
I've spoken to a few of the players, and they're all saying the table's running very, very quick. This is nice.
Very nice.
Just gliding around the table.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's just going to roll it a bit so he can get a little straighter on the 4, or is he just going to stop it there and then try to go 2 rails for the 5 ball? Across the table, let's see. I like rolling it a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, maybe even coming off the top rail, just to make sure that I get a little straighter. So he stopped it. So he's probably going to go 2 rails. And there's nothing wrong with playing the 5 ball in the top left-hand corner pocket too, because you're not required to hit it that hard, but I like to let my stroke go, so I prefer 2 rails on this one. Yeah, Mika's shaking his head. He's pretty sick that he didn't make a ball on the break, because he doesn't get to break. This goes hill.
Yeah, you know, you can say it's unlucky, but you can also say he didn't hit them right. It's just like, you know, it's just like making a pot.
Yeah.
If you don't hit them right, then you don't get the result you want. We can all say, oh, we feel unlucky because balls flying around the table and not one of them dropped.
Yeah.
You've got to hit them right.
I like leaving the cue ball not exactly where it's at, maybe a little closer to the 6. That way he just has to tap it a bit. I thought he was going to draw 2 that rail and just roll it. That way he gets straight on the 8. Only because of the way the table's running. But over here, his cue ball control is so ridiculous, though.
Yeah, they're honestly, apart from Shane, I don't think there's anyone works harder at their game.
He's always working on his game.
Oh, that's a lovely little shot as well. Little dink onto the 9.
I told Fedor, if you dedicated yourself to straight pool a little more, I really believe he can run 1,000 balls with his cue ball control.
Oh, he's overhit this a bit.
He's good. What I liked about that one is that he played it in a pocket that you have more room to make the shot as opposed to the side pocket.
You see a little bit of right-hand English, just checking the cue ball off the rail, and we're going to go hill, guys. No one is giving up. We expected it to be close, and it is going to be close. So, Tony, we're getting down to what I like to call the nitty-gritty. It's the business end of the tournament. Have you seen anyone that's really, really impressed you and thought, right, I fancy this person to go very, very deep in this?
Well, you know, everyone always picks Fedor as one of the favorites. That Riku Rampanen has really impressed me the way he played. It's amazing. I still can't believe that kid is only 14 years old. He ran a 3-pack yesterday. I think he ran a 3-pack in the last tournament, or 4-pack. The kid is just unbelievable. Yeah,
he ran a 3-pack yesterday as well against Albin Ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many people doing that, especially with this 10-ball break being so difficult. Well, let's see if Fedor can make a ball this time. He's sticking with breaking from the side. We're hill for the set then.
And of course, you can never discount.
He's made a ball, yes.
Francisco.
Get the flags out, yeah, Francisco.
He's playing on a whole other level.
This time made a ball, didn't quite make the one in the side which he was going for, which is why he hasn't got a shot on the one. He was expecting to make that
Well, you know Mika's happy about that. He gets to take control of the table.
Yeah, look at
You're always at a disadvantage when you're pushing out because you're relinquishing control. The player decides whether they stay in control, the incoming player.
He's left him an edge. Referee John Lehman telling Mika, your option, sir. He'll have 60 seconds to think about it. We give him a little bit of extra time after the break and a push out.
We'd like to get a more direct view to see what kind of angle
I'm
he
just
has.
wondering, he might give this back.
There you go. That's the angle I'm looking for. I might try to leave it by the 6 and the 7, I think. Just don't want to hit it too hard. You don't want the one to come back. There you go, by the 6 and the 7. Wow, look at that.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice.
Look how good he hit that ball, Mark.
Wow, perfect. He'll be happy with that. Stand back and admire your work, Mr. Immonen. Worth another look. That's a typical snooker shot as well. Thin off the red, up behind the bolt colours, which happen to be green and brown as well. And he played the yellow, so there you go. He's used all the snooker balls there. And this man has played a lot of Russian Pyramid. That's a super tough game. Have you ever had a go at Russian Pyramid, Tony?
It's a very tough game. He has to be careful here. If he hits a 1 too thin, he could possibly go off into the side pocket off the 9.
Well, I think he's
he left the
okay.
bank. He left the bank, I think, though.
Can he bank
Let me see.
that?
I don't know. I don't know if the 9. It's hard to tell if the 9's in the way. Maybe we can get a different angle.
Oh, don't think so, Tony.
No.
Far from it.
No, no way.
To say,
Yeah. He's got to play it safe here. Don't be surprised if he calls a 10, but I wouldn't risk it. Not at Hill, not in the first. He's probably going to go 3 rails and try to put him behind the 4-8-2.
Mika using his extension.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He
dear.
can make him shoot.
Yeah. Fedor will come and have a look. If he doesn't like it, he will put Mika back in. Don't sit down just yet, Mika. You might have to get up again. Or can he get through to the potting angle? Mr. Gorst there, sporting his Jam Up apparel t-shirt. One of our sponsors, including
Mika's in a tough position here. It's very tough, very difficult to play safe here. Even if he decides to thin the 1 ball and go 3 rails and hopefully get behind the 2 and the 4, he still has to avoid running into the 1 ball. Look at this, look at this. Wow.
Oh, too much English.
Almost put him behind the ball. That was a hell of a try right there. He mass saved the cue ball around the 2 and the 4. He was trying to avoid running into that 6 ball.
If he'd have just glanced the 7 on the way in, it would have taken a bit of the English off.
See if he rolls it in and plays a 2 ball in the top right-hand corner.
Oh, look at this.
Wow, he missed it. It's not an easy shot, though. It's not an easy shot.
Very difficult playing that at pocket speed from that distance.
Now, the question is, Mika going to try to play safe here and put him behind the 6 and the 7 again? While placing the 1 in front of the 2-4? Or is he going to try to bank the 1 uptown and lead the cue ball behind the 2-4? Or just hit it thin and just go in between the 3 and the 2, just like that?
He'll be kicking at this 1 rail, maybe 2 even. Clip it in. Oh, he's the jump. He's not jumping this, is he?
I think the reason he's jumping is because he can defend himself better this way as opposed to kicking it. He can try to leave the cue ball down here while sending the 1 ball uptown. Key here is to hit it solid.
Just like that.
Right, now watch this. If it goes in front of the 4 and the 2, he's done his job. Look at that.
Perfect.
That's a lot easier. Well, you got to remember, he's tall. He can reach that. You know, I'm shorter. I don't think I can reach that jump shot.
Yeah, he jumps so well, this guy. He should be sponsored. He flies so, you know, he does, doesn't he? He goes airborne so well. Should be sponsored by Aeroflot, the great Russian airline. Terrific.
I think Mika, if he's going to hit the top rail, he should call the 10. Maybe he did already. He's not going to like this result.
No. He's left an opening.
Yeah. And he might have just enough angle where he can hit it with follow and not worry about scratching in the side and come off the rail and end up with a slight angle on the 2. Even if he ends up dead straight, he's fine there.
Well, Riku Rompinen has taken the first set against Roberto Gomez over on table number 3. Oh, look at that stroke. Gorgeous. A gorgeous Gorst stroke.
Yeah, I think he definitely wants to leave an angle on the 3 here so he can come off the cushion and play the 4 in the same pocket as a 2.
Look how straight everything is, Tony.
Then end up with an angle on the 4 ball where he can go 2 rails, possibly 3 rails to hit the top rail to get straight on the 6 or almost straight on the 6. I think that's what he's going to do.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, even if he got straight, he's fine, but I kind of like the 2 rail option because you're going towards that 6.
Oh.
Wow. This is a massive opportunity for Mika here. That's definitely
Did he hit
surprising.
the point?
No, he undercut it.
Oh, he undercut it.
Yeah, he undercut it. He undercut it because he was
overcut it,
really trying to slow down the speed of the cue ball there. It's like he kind of took the focus away from making the shot and letting the cue ball do its thing.
Yeah. How often do we see that?
Yeah. Mika let up on the stroke a little bit there, but I think he's fine. He's just going to have to smash this one in.
Smash it. Oh, come on, Tony. That's not like you.
I mean, he can also draw it. He can draw it 1 rail and hit to the top rail, but if he smashes it, he's going to go to rail. One rail. There you go, to the top rail.
This is perfect.
Well, that's what I say. His speed is so great.
Look at that. Couldn't have put it better with his hand.
I would have put it closer with my hand.
Yeah, your eyes aren't so good as his. Mika's just had eye surgery, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I believe he's just had the laser surgery, yeah.
I had it done about 20 years ago. Best thing I ever did.
Time to have it done again, I think.
Yeah. David Arcadia in Francisco had it done too.
Francisco?
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So 8 and the 10 to take the first set. And then he'll be feeling really good as he takes this 10. As it goes in, we go out.
And Mika takes the first set. By a score of 4-3, we're going to go for a little break.
Well, we're back. Everything happens here. Nothing surprises me anymore. Somebody just came up and asked us if we were selling any drinks. Do we look like barmen? So let's keep you up to date, guys, with some scores from around the room. Kachi, excellent Kachi, has taken the first set against Wojtek Szewczak. Sia Chia-Chen has taken the first against Duong Kwakong. Jeremy Seaman and Dennis Graber are locked in a bit of a battle. They're still just at 2-2. Riku Rompinen, as I said, took the first set against Roberto Gomez, and Petri Makkonen has taken the first set against Jan van Lierop. Also, so, wow, finished 1, 2 and 3 at the moment in action. They've all taken their first sets, and this guy here needs to take the next set. If he doesn't, he will go to the loser's side. It's not the end of the world if you lose at this stage. This is a winner's side match, of course. It really does seem that he's been around for so long. Won the 2019 World 9-Ball Championships in Qatar, defeating Chang Jun Lin in the final, 13-11. He then went off to Thailand for a holiday, and my friend in Phuket actually owns a dive school, and Fedor wanted to learn how to scuba dive, and I've seen a great picture of Fedor Gorst and my friend on the seabed. There you see Mika putting some eye drops in, look, keeping his eyes nice and moist. Yeah, there's a lovely photo of Fedor Gorst on the seabed in his scuba gear with the World Cup on the seabed as well. It's lovely, isn't it?
Well, Mika took a photo that he put up on Facebook many years ago, him doing a bridge hand when he was scuba diving with a cue, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a cool picture. He had his profile picture for quite some time. Okay, let's see how Fedor breaks these balls. Yeah, let's see if that one ball goes in the side pocket, and if the 4 and the 9 go 4 rails. Don't want the 4 to hit the 1.
Oh,
the 4 hit the 1. 4 hit the 1 again. Quite a bit of a roll there.
A little bit of a nudge on the 1 ball as it came back down. So the best Mika.
Look at that 4, swat that 7 and the 1.
Look at that, just that little nudge there.
Yeah, that's what I like to call the last minute entry. Last minute spoiler.
Yep, spoiled the party.
I think he wanted to go a little. I think he might have under-hit that. I think he wanted to end up on the top rail.
Talking of party, we have a huge Puerto Rico pool party coming up next month.
Yeah, that's going to be a spectacular event. They're going to have the Puerto Rico Open 10-ball. So that's going to be 4 days long. And then after that, they take a day off and then start the World 8-Ball Championship. And it'll be the first time in the history of Puerto Rico that there's a World Championship in pool.
I've got to pull you up there for not being a gentleman and mentioning the ladies' Puerto Rico Open before that as well. That's going on as well at the same time.
Oh, I love the ladies, and I love watching them compete. To be honest with you, I was hoping to see them here too. They were in Michigan, and Kelly, Allison, they're always in the mix.
Jasmine's.
I would think Jasmine's going to be there, right?
Yes, she is. Emily Duddy.
Jennifer Beretta.
Monica Webb.
Amber Chen. We can go on and on.
Wei Wei.
She's a great player.
Yeah, she is. Lots of great talent in the women's game. Looking forward to that as well. And we'll have 2 tables streaming for you guys at that event.
What a shot he made on the 1 ball there, Mark. What a shot.
He's going to take his time here. Important that he gets off to a good start.
Guess he's going to play safe on 3-ball. So you're going to put the 3 in front of the 9 and have the cue ball run into the 4. Nudge it just enough so that the 4 could possibly stay on that rail. I think he might have the angle to do that, unless he's going to play the 9. If he's going to play the 9, that's actually not that bad of a shot, because if he plays a 9, though, he can use a 4 as a stopper there.
Risky. It's not dead set. He's got to make it. And he's going to run out of time if he's not quick.
Oh, shot that quick.
Yeah. Oh,
ooh.
Well, he's left it. Surprises me from Fedor there. To be honest, I don't think he thought about it so long. He'd run out of time.
He almost wound up leaving him behind the 5.
Doesn't want to be straight. He's not. He's got a lovely angle on this to run up for the 5 into the side. How's he get on the 6, Tony?
He might either play for a bank, but I like playing it in the lower left-hand corner pocket. Just needs to make sure he gets a proper angle in the 5 to go forward. Doesn't want to hit this too hard to see what kind of angle he wound up with. Just enough, because he doesn't want to end up getting behind the 8. I doubt he's going to get behind the 8. But worst case scenario, if he has too much angle, he can always bank the 6. He's a great banker.
Yeah, I'm sure the bank title is in his.
He's always been one of the best bankers in the world, in my opinion. But he's gonna go for the cut. He's gonna go for the cut, so he's gonna have to hit it either left and go across, or he overcut it.
Oh wow! He's just ruined the floor. He's just ruined the floor. He's like a golfer ramming his club into the floor. He's replacing the divot.
You were hilarious, man.
Sorry.
Didn't get too straight there.
Oh, this is perfect, isn't it?
Yeah. He can draw it by the head spot. Doesn't have to hit it too hard, but he also has the option to go across. I like to just go to the head spot.
He missed the last shot like this, the 3-ball. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Not this time.
Yeah,
don't
I
go
don't know
straight.
about that.
Don't
I don't
go
think he
straight.
wanted to do that.
Oh, he needs to put a stroke on this now.
He's either going to have to elevate and hit it with low right. It's going to stun it.
Oh, look at this for a shot. What a great shot that is from Fedor Gorst. And takes the first rack, and it was quite a long rack, wasn't it, that one? Well, we're in stitches here in
This guy's giving me the giggles.
So let's go back around the room, bring you up to date with some scores. Well, not much has changed really since we were with you last, as I told you. Shevchuk lost the first set to Kachi. Riku Rompinen, the young sensation, 14 years old, took the first set against Roberto Gomez. Gomez in a bit of trouble. They're 1-1 in the second. 1-0 up here. Fedor against Mika Immonen. One ball went high. Eight ball went high. Again, it's dry.
He's not really making ball. I'm surprised he hasn't changed.
I can't believe he's...
At least switch sides. Go to the other side and break from the corner if you want to do that. Because he stopped the cue ball. If you stop the cue ball and you know you hit it dead on and nothing's going in, you got to change something.
So a starter here for Mika. He doesn't like something.
Well, it's not easy to get on the 3. He can try to get on the 2 where he can lead the cue ball on the left-hand side. So that way he shoots a 3 ball between the 5 and the 9. That way he can come to the 4. The other option is to try to get on the 2 ball and go between the 5 and the 7. But then you have to deal with the 3 and running into the 9 ball, which I think is tougher.
I like playing the cue ball to the rail.
Let's see what he decided to do.
That's okay.
Well, let's see if he decides to go 2 rails, possibly 3, and get as close to that long rail as possible by the side pocket.
Yeah.
Or if he decides to draw right past the 6. Or even stun it between the 4-7, like I said earlier, but then he has to deal with the 3 ball.
He's drawing straight down. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he still has to negotiate the 9 ball. He has to hit it right to make sure that he hits the top side of the 9, but if he hits it a little too full, let's say he overcuts the ball, hits it too full, the cue ball could slide underneath the 8 ball. Almost. Hit it good. He hit it great. He hit it great.
Good.
Now he can go back and forth and play this 5 ball in the side pocket. Did he underhit that one? Nope. Hit it with perfect speed. Well, maybe he wound up with a little too much angle there. No, he's fine here.
Nice little draw. Round 2 rails. Maybe hit the 3rd one, Tony. You always say you like to hit the 3rd one.
I always
just
like
to
hit
bounce
the 3rd
off.
one. That's correct. To make sure I don't end up frozen.
See, I do listen to you.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, kid. See, and even if he lands near the rail, he's fine because at least he has a proper angle to go to the other side of the table. I like getting straight on the 8 here or almost, well, slight angle on the 8. So that we can come off the rail and play the 9 ball. The other option he has is to get parallel to the 8 or shoot it in the corner pocket. Parallel to the 8 so that way he can go, oh, he missed it. He missed the 7 ball. Wow. It's almost like he took his eye off the ball. Look at that, Mark. Almost like he tried to steer it in. Because I think he was going to shoot the 8 and just come across the table for the 9 ball. Wow.
What a match changer that could be.
Oh, big time.
A gift.
He gave him the rack and a 2-0 lead with a potential to go ahead 3-0, maybe even run out the set. Wow. And you see the deadly look on Fedor's face. You know he's going to take full advantage of this opportunity.
He's a killer, isn't he?
Just for his sake, he should consider breaking from somewhere else.
So in it goes, guys. And we're going to go for a very short break, but we'll be back very soon. Welcome back to Roberts Centre here in Wilmington, Ohio for the FargoRate CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Ohio Open, where we've got a fantastic match in progress. Mika Immonen took the first set against Gorst 4-3, and Gorst leads 2-0. I didn't have a look at that break, Tony.
He did switch sides. I give him that. He switched sides, but he still failed to make a ball on the break.
Look at that 6-ball spinning, spinning, spinning.
Uh-oh. Oh, for a second there, I thought the ball was going to run long. Yeah, he's probably looking for his extension. Oh, he's going to come across the table for the 3. Doesn't want to get straight.
Oh, the power.
I think he has an angle.
The power of the internet, Tony. You mentioned Mika Immonen being on the seabed with the bridge hand.
Yeah.
Somebody's just sent it to me. Thanks, Jonas Ottonen. And I've just posted it as well. So
great.
if you want to have a look, go along to my Facebook page.
It's a cool picture,
if you
right?
follow it. Oh, it's a very cool picture. Take a look at it.
Okay, let's see what Mika decides to do here. I like just rolling it with low and right. I wouldn't take a risk playing it in the side because you have to hit it too perfect. It's too easy to get from the 5 to the 6 if you just leave the cue ball more or less straight on the 5. You can always negotiate the 6, 2, 3 rails to get on the 7 ball.
I've got a question for you, and I'm trying to think of the right way to ask it because I don't want to offend you.
Wait. Let's see what he did here. Not a bad shot. It's a good shot. I like that.
Judged it well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Does he risk just dropping this in dead weight, pocket speed
He's
for
just
the
going to
7?
slide it over just a little bit for the 7 in the corner. It doesn't have a big angle.
Oh, he had a nice drew it in. Beautiful. I like that. Put the stroke on it.
Now hit it with enough spin to guard yourself against the 9. Back to where it's at right now.
He does love playing with spin, doesn't he, Mika? He's great to watch when he's practicing, when he brings out all the big draw shots and the big swervy spin shots. He's going to get his first rack on the scoreboard in this second set. It's going to be 2-1. So I have a question for you. Now, we're friends, so I want you to take this in the way that I mean it. I'm curious, as your knowledge of this game is just unprecedented. I've never met anyone with more knowledge than you on this game of pool. Why? Okay, I'm just going to ask it. Why aren't you winning world titles?
Because I have a family. I also have to make a living when I'm in New York. I don't have the time to. I have a 5-year-old boy. I have commitments. Most of these guys that are winning tournaments, honestly, in my opinion, all they do is play pool 7 days a week, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. I really believe that when you know how they say it's hard to get on top and it's even harder to stay there, because these guys play so well and dedicate themselves and have no worries. Me, for example, my wife encouraged me to play in the International Open, right? I said, nope, not going to do it. Everyone's asking me why. Because my son, before I left on this trip, my 5-year-old boy Antonio asked me, hey, Dad, are you going to take me trick-or-treating this year? I said, absolutely, son. I will make sure I'm here to take you trick-or-treating. That's more important to me than playing in a tournament. I want to make sure that, and I made that, when I won my first tournament in 2004, I disappeared from the scene for quite some time, number of years. People ask me why. Because I wanted to make sure that my son got to know who his dad was. And family is more important to me than anything. Do I enjoy the game? Yes. Do I want to win? Yes. I speak to the players too. I'm learning things. You know, I spoke to Francisco last night. I spoke to a couple of the fellas and spoke to Robbie Capito last night. We went to grab a bite, and I'm getting little ideas here and there, and possibly things that I might be doing wrong. Because sometimes it's hard to see what you're doing wrong. But if you do find out what you're doing wrong, you can still take your game up a notch to the point where you start winning a bit more. But it is frustrating. I'll be honest with you, when you know the game well, but you're not able to execute it the way. Because if you see what I know about straight pool, I got people asking me all the time to teach them straight pool. Some of the players, and it's like, but I love the game, Mark. I love the game.
Thanks for your honesty, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. But these kids are incredible. I'm so proud of all of them. They're unbelievable, especially the younger generation. And if I can pass my knowledge on to them, I'll be more than happy to do it because I love this sport so much and I never want to see it die.
Great attempt there by Gorst to get behind. I think he's left a little piece of this 3 though, so good effort from Gorst. Finally poised this match. That's a clever little shot, just more of a containing shot really. It's not really going to cause any problems for Gorst. Easy to hit.
Wonder if the 3-8 combo is on the kick.
I think it is. With the 9 there, it's a slightly bigger pocket, I think. I wonder if he's seen it.
Well, I think he called something. Did he call? Unless he called the 3 off the 8. If he called the 3 off the 8, he's going to have to hit it with a little bit of speed to get the cue ball across the table and break that 4 up. Look at that. Look how good he hit that, Mark.
Oh, what a brilliant shot. Shot of the match so far, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Terrific shot. And
was a
gets a round
fantastic
of
shot.
applause as well. Thoroughly deserved. Fabulous shot.
Look at the speed he hit that with.
And look at that spin. Beautiful. I think is the jump cue coming out? Or is he kicking this? Yeah, the jump cue's coming out. That'll be the... Yeah.
Nice attempt there. Did he avoid the scratch? He did. Look at that, Rogue.
Well, I think we can guarantee the jump cue will be coming out for Gorst as well.
Isn't it amazing how you come up with a great kick safety like that and then end up in this position afterwards? That's the beauty of the game. That's the beauty of the game. You just never know.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I wonder if he can jump better. Mind the scratch in the side. Oh, he hit it straight on.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to hit it straight on. I think he wanted to cut it a bit. I think he was trying to put the cue ball behind the 8 and 10. I think he wanted to cut it just enough to slide the cue ball behind the 8 and 10 there. I mean, I can't tell if Mika can see enough of the 4 to come off the 5. I think that's what he's looking at. He might be able to hit it full enough to shoot the 4 off the 5.
Hit it almost straight, didn't he? Couldn't believe it. I think that's one of the worst shots I've ever seen, or the worst jump shots I've seen Fedor play. He's normally so accurate.
Okay, uses 10 as a stopper, but he did.
Wow,
he failed
that's just
to make the 3.
Well, he just took so long on it that the shot clock put him off. But he's only got himself to blame.
Wow. That's amazing. It looked like he hit it with enough speed to go in the pocket, but wow.
I think he just decelerated on it. He can't believe it. He's talking to himself, look.
Let me see if he's going to try to run into it, or is he going to try to play the 4 off the 5?
Yeah, he's played the exact same shot that Mika was going to play. He's called it off the 5.
And if he hits it just right, he can send the 5 towards the 10. But he would have to hit it with the correct speed to make sure. Maybe he can hit it soft enough to play the 10 where in the pocket of the 7 is, but I kind of like sending it towards the 10, but you still have to hit it with the right speed and make sure the 10 doesn't prevent the 5 from going in. But worst case scenario, you can always shoot a combo on the 10. But more importantly, make the 4 on the side. It's hard to tell if he can make that 4 off the 5 here. I'm looking from the other angle, and it looks like it's very close.
I like the
like
way
I
he
said,
played
right?
that. Played
See,
it with
5 by
pace.
7, yeah.
Caught that absolutely perfect.
And this is a massive game right here. Because this is to go on the hill 3-1 and supposed to tie 2-2 with Mika breaking.
Yeah,
And Mika's actually been making balls on the break.
Mika's getting a bit of a sweat on in that corner. He might be preparing himself for a shootout. I know we're still a little way away, but if Fedor can run these out, which I'm sure he will, he'll be breaking, but needs to sort that break out, Tony. If you were in his corner now, what would you be telling him to do?
You need to keep it together and wait for your opportunity. You have to keep it together and make sure that you prepare.
I meant about if you're telling Fedor now about the break, what would you tell him to change on the break?
Okay. I would break from the center. I broke from both corners. I failed to make a ball most of the time. Maybe he only made one ball in the break this match? Both matches so far, actually, both sets.
Yeah.
I would break from the center.
I mean, he has actually got one of the most accurate breaks breaking from the center as well.
He breaks like a monster from the center.
Yeah. As I said, top 3, him, Shane, and
I think he has one of the best breaks on planet Earth.
Tyler.
No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. So he will be going on the hill. Straightforward 10. Looking right down the barrel. In it goes. So 3-1 on the hill. Let's just have another quick look around the arena. Well, Roberto Gomez making a bit of a comeback against Riku Rompinen. Rompinen took the first set, but he's 3-2 down in the second. Petri Mäkinen, all level 2-2 in the second set. Finn took the first set there. Dennis Grabet took the first set against Jeremy Seaman. They're 1-1 in the second. Same for Kachi and Shevchek. And the Vietnamese guy out on table number 7, having lost the first set, is on the hill 3-0 in the second set, looking to take that one to a shootout. Looking to make a ball on the break is this man here, 22-year-old Fedor Gorst from Moscow in Russia. He's gone to the center, finally.
Don't be surprised if he stops that cue ball dead in the center of the table.
Yeah, watch out for the 5 and the 8 here, guys, in the side pockets.
He really steps up to the plate whenever he's on the hill. Most of the time, look at the
there goes the 8.
But you see the difference?
5 went really close. One ball's gone in.
That.
Why has he not been breaking from the center? He's got a bank on the 2 as well.
Well, he might have the 10 billiard. Let's see. Let's take a closer look. But look at the difference. Look at the difference. Look at the 8. 8 went straight in the side. 1 straight in the corner. Unfortunately, there's 2 stopped right there by the 10.
Well, minimum he's got the bank on the 2. And he will have shape on the 3 as well.
I'm just wondering, no, definitely the billiard doesn't look like it's on.
No.
So he has to go for the bank here. Doesn't want to hit it too hard. Unless he decides to go 3 rails off the 10. I doubt that because he's going to hit the 10 relatively thick.
Look, the 10 did go.
The 10 did go. Look at that. I didn't think it
call
went.
it, though. The 10 will come up.
Yeah, I didn't think it was on, but it was on.
It was too risky to call, of course. The bank was more or less guaranteed.
The guy's champion banker, and he's got to take the higher percentage shot, which for him is a bank.
Yeah. Just to explain that rule, you can only call 1 ball at a time. He called the 2 ball, and the 10 ball comes up. He'll save that one for later. Now, just needs to hold himself together. Keep that beautifully smooth arm swinging in a straight line. Just stop the cue ball where the 4 is.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do too much here.
Wow.
I'm surprised he did that.
So am I.
Well, it's not that he did that; it's how hard he hit it. But
yeah.
he's still good here. He's focused. You can tell when he smells blood, and he smells blood right now. He wants to set badly. Again, I like coming off the second rail mark, so that way I'm either guaranteed a straight shot on the 6 or a slight angle on the 6 to come down for the 7. That's why I always tell people you always want to come off the second rail, because if you try to get too perfect, a lot of times you end up on the rail.
Yeah,
and then when you end up on the rail, now you have the incorrect angle on the 6.
Nicer. Straightforward draw.
I'm just wondering if he overhit that. Did he overhit that?
I think a little bit, a couple of inches maybe.
Yeah.
Now he's looking at leaving a longer one.
Yeah. I mean, if he hits it, if he can get a thick enough hit where he can hit it with slower draw. Slower draw takes off a little quicker, whereas, when you hit it harder, the cue ball stays longer on that tangent line before the draw grabs. So if he can get away with that, he'll be fine. If not, you're just going to have to take the longer shot on the 7 ball.
Yeah, he's going forward here. He might be going for a big shot. He's going for a big shot.
For 3 rails.
He's going for a big one here.
Whoa. Wow.
How well has he hit that?
But remember I told you he smells blood? Look at the shot he just made.
He played a dirty stunt, what I call.
Oh, my God. What a shot that was.
Wow, you see the reaction of the cue ball, Tony?
Yeah. It takes nerves of steel to go for that shot, and, I mean, he nailed it.
Yeah, there's a lesson for everyone there. If you want to see how to cue a ball, just keep rewinding and watching that one, because beautifully struck. I mean, and he didn't whack it, he stroked it still, Tony.
I mean, that ball, you know how perfect you had to hit that ball in the corner to avoid having it pop out on you? He hit it dead perfect.
Yeah, these are 4 1/4 inch pockets, guys. They're not big pockets these players are playing on.
That's right, and I think we're going to go into a shootout, Mark.
Yeah, and it goes perfect. Mika sat there, knows he's going to be going into a shootout. Fedor going to go out of the arena and have a little bit of a breather, and we're going to go for a couple of minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. We've got an exciting shootout to come. Welcome back to one of our famous now shootouts. Torturous for the players, but so entertaining for the viewer. And there you see the graphic on your screen. Each player will have 4 shots alternating sides. The green area is where they must place the cue ball anywhere in that area, and then after 4 attempts each, whoever has the highest score will win. If we are still level, then the graphic, as you'll see on the graphic coming up now, the area shrinks back by 1 diamond, so it gets even worse for the player, even harder. So much harder.
Definitely tougher from up there.
It certainly is. And the 10 ball isn't placed on the actual spot. It's placed where it's racked in the rack of 10 ball. And it's always placed with the white side up so that players don't have anything to aim at but, well, Saturn basically. The ring around, the blue ring. Who is going to be victorious? Mika Immonen on his way back.
See Roberto Gomez, the 3rd table.
Oh,
there.
yes, a shootout look on table
With
3 as well. Riku Rompinen.
One. Oh.
Smashed it in. Kang Lee there breaking off. We'll bring you some scores as soon as we get them. I know Kang lost the first set against Wu Kunlin. And he's 3-2 up though in the second set, so that one could be heading to a shootout as well. Referee John Lehman places the 10 ball sunny side up. Now Mika won the lag, and he gets to choose whether he goes first or second, and indeed which side to start from. And he's decided to start from this side. Must play the 10 into the bottom left-hand corner. If you scratch, it doesn't count, of course. But they are also on a shot clock, remember. 30-second shot clock, no extension. So 1-0, Mika. Rompinen and Gomez 1-1 in theirs. Ernesto Dominguez looks on.
I just respect the fact that Fedor never takes a shot for granted. Regardless of whether he makes it or misses it, he just respects every shot equally.
Yeah.
You will never see him shoot a shot without doing his pre-shot routine.
And he had a big shootout with Chang Junlin in the Michigan Open. Went to 9-8, I believe.
I believe it.
Fedor lost that particular one. The highest one we've had, Kioi against Jesus Asensio, 14-13. Nerves of steel, the Iceman. In it goes.
Center pocket.
Yeah, just playing it slightly different to Fedor, isn't he? Just playing plain ball. Fedor going just slightly lower.
I mean, Mark, I don't know if you ever had the opportunity to watch Mika play in his prime, but man, he was still is an incredible shot maker. Not just cue ball control, but an incredible shot maker.
Yeah, done so much for Finnish pool as well.
I think he inspired an entire generation. That's why you have so many of them doing well here today, including Riku.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. Just one player to spark an interest. Oh, straight in.
Center of the pocket. Center of the pocket.
I love that sound. The old ch-ch. Great. That's what first got me interested in snooker. I used to be walking past snooker halls and hear the clacker, the click.
That's what got me addicted to pool. The sound at the ball that made when it went in the pocket. I wanted to do that. I said, "Wow, this sounds cool. This looks cool. I want to do it."
Same routine for Mika. Places the white ball, comes round. Let's look at the angle.
And you see how he steps into it, taking nothing for granted. center pocket.
Well, I don't know if you've got anything planned for this afternoon, guys, but you might want to change your plans because this could go on a very long time. 3-2, Immonen. The crowd's beginning to gather. The photographers are circling like vultures. Who's going to die? No one, because they get to live again. It's like a James Bond movie. You only live twice. Who's going to be the villain?
Wow. Wow, it's almost like he poked it a bit.
Yeah, didn't put the stroke on it.
Can we take a look at that again?
Of course we can.
Let's see.
Your wish is my command.
See the little movement of the cue, though? Yeah. It's almost like he decelerated just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit of hesitation, maybe. Well, I can tell
Mika
you,
must make this to win.
sorry to interrupt you. Roberto Gomez has just beaten Riku Rompinen on the shootout.
There you have it, folks.
And in it goes. Mika Immonen wins it. Come on, baby. Come on, he says. Beating Fedor Gorst. We will be back very, very soon with our next match, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It was entertaining, Tony. We said it was going to be entertaining, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a great match.
You will be in the booth.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
You will be in the booth for the next one as well. Coming up, guys, for you very, very soon. I think is Kachi or Shevchuk versus Michael Schneider. We'll be back soon, guys. Thanks for watching.